As an case be like my way, they knock my way well. Go knock at the end of the day, another man faster can give man belly.
Jesus.
That's right, we are back. Sports Fiber, just like we never left. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the Sports Fiber podcast. I'm Anthony, the voice, and thank you for doing this with us. Many thanks to those who have also been engaging all of our posts and our previous content. We really appreciate you. From X to Instagram to TikTok, our TikTok fans. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Well, not too much, all right? And for those who are also engaging our content on YouTube, we really do appreciate you. Welcome on board. It's a brand new edition, so lots of really exciting things to talk about. The title race in England intensifies, and it looks like it could be going down to the final day. We'll see about that. Well, the title race is wrapped up in Spain. It's wrapped up in France, in Italy, in Germany as well. So we'll just pick up one, two things that you need to know as we look forward to the final few days of the European campaign. We know the FA Cup is coming very soon. And of course, the final of the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, and the Conference League as well is coming true. All of that and more right here. Looking back at home, talking about Nigeria, the Nigerian Premier Football League is on break at the moment, but we know that teams are vying for a place in the NPFL. So the NNL playoffs is done. 8 teams will battle for 4 slots in the NPFL by May 23rd to the 30th in Enugu. And Lagos, yes, Lagos have got 3 teams battling for a place in the NPFL next season. We'll tell you more about that subsequently. In boxing, it's a big month in the heavyweight division. We're talking about the unified heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, and of course, Alexander Usyk will go head-to-head as they look to unify the division for the first time in about 30 years since Lennox Lewis. All of that and more right here on Sports Fiber Podcast. I am Anthony, the voice. You can call me the voice of Lagos. And together, we're going to make this quite the special edition. All right, guys, just like you know, I never do this alone. I've got my goons, our goons me, who always rides with me. These guys are the best. I know you love them, and even those that you hate. We'll come to that. But yeah, joining me on the show today is one man who, well, I've been making the rounds for, I don't know if it's the good reasons or the bad reasons now. But ladies and gentlemen, once again on this edition of Sports Fiber Podcast, the hilarious Akpe makes a return to the ring. Weighing 570 pounds, the most hilarious, the most ridiculous,
The most controversial.
the most controversial.
As you can see, I'm not smiling today. Boys are not smiling, right?
Is it because you are wearing jersey? I mean, I don't know.
No,
This
this
who gave you school
this is
uniform?
beautiful. As you can see, we are all having anko,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Thanks to our daddies in the Lord.
yeah,
You know,
like Titi said, like we are SS3 boys.
where's the 3 boys?
We'll do well with that.
Yeah.
But that aside, the season is coming to an end, and it breaks my heart.
It breaks your heart.
That I can no longer torment a whole lot of people. But I'll be back. I'll be there for you.
All right.
Anytime, any day. I'll be there.
All right. Well, Habib was took a break. Here he was off the pitch for a bit, but now his feet and is back to the starting 11 for this one. Habib weighing £150 makes a return. He's a professional footballer for the records. We've always had professional footballers on the show, so we're happy to once again have him. He was part of the debut edition. Habib, how you doing? And have you found a football club yet?
Well, I'll rather not, say. It's going to
We
be,
need to help you.
it's
We're
going
trying to
be-
help you on this podcast.
It's going to be undisclosed for now.
Have you found a football club, yes or no?
The voice.
Okay.
Calm down now.
I'm calm.
Are you trying to bully me right
I'm
now?
not. We're trying to help you.
With the whole unattached thing you said
Wait,
in the previous edition.
No.
No, you didn't say that
What?
you're unattached.
But it's unattached now.
Okay, I'm not talking to you. So anyway, as you all know, this is Habib, and it feels good to be back in the
That's
Sports
right.
Fiber studio. And obviously, as it used to be, we're going to have a great atmosphere.
We're going to have a great time.
Okay, look at me, I'm talking to you.
Look at me when I'm talking to
freedom
you.
of speech.
Look at me when I'm talking to
I
you.
can, I can guarantee you.
Well, freedom after
speech, I can't.
That should be for you, actually.
No,
with the number of people searching for you on the streets of Lagos.
From
from
coming
TikTok
from
to
somebody,
Instagram.
coming from somebody that the whole Lagos
Yes,
is
it's
looking
looking
to
for.
arrest.
Anyways, well, for the first time on this podcast, we're having this gentleman, a fantastic talent, comedian of the Federal Republic, Lagos, Nigeria, and the world,
Africa.
weighing 570 pounds.
Only me.
The heavyweight champion of comedy.
Now so.
Oh, Mini!
Yo!
Yeah!
Better bring champagne. No
Yeah.
begin.
That's so. You probably must have seen his skits and whatever out there.
Yes.
But yeah, Omini, how do you feel to be here for the first time?
Well, I feel great. Inside my mind, yes, why am I here? Some people watch it will be like, what's this guy doing?
What is
here?
this guy doing
Even
here?
me, I dey wonder, what am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
But we're here to have fun,
That's
basically.
right. That's
So
right.
when you enjoy people who have sense, you enjoy someone who does not have sense.
Ah.
It makes everything.
Wow. Okay. All right. But before we initiate you into the coven,
Baba, they don't initiate me before. No initiate.
what team do you support for our fans out there?
Okay.
They need to know.
You see, I represent a very unique set of people in football. Yes, I'll explain.
Okay.
In very, you see who they win. Now they support.
Who they win?
Yes, if I go watch yesterday, I supported Arsenal
Okay.
because they win.
So you don't get any like.
If to say
personal-
Man you
You
win,
can't be like saying that
go
after the
support
game
Man
you
U.
dey get who you dey
yes.
But Baba, we did a little bit of research about you in the past, and
wow.
your past is here in the future right now.
Inspector.
EFCC.
We got to know that you are a certain Chelsea fan.
When was that?
Back in the days.
Before things started going
If
haywire.
person be sinner, I know they repent. I was sinning, I don't repent.
Voila.
So now you are letting us know that those who are supporting Chelsea,
We are
they
going
still,
to win.
They are
they are
still
still, they are still in
sin.
sin.
Oh God. Oh.
So Chelsea fans, I wasn't the one that said it. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
It
He
didn't
you
come
guys,
from me now.
You guys are
So
you are
you
in
support
sin.
Chelsea.
I
You have to pick a
I
struggle
used to support
quickly.
Chelsea.
You used to support.
I used to support Chelsea. I used to support Madrid. In fact, I supported Arsenal at some point.
So pick a struggle.
So now I'm up for who is winning. I
Who is
just want to
winning?
enjoy football.
Okay.
Okay, so who is winning right now?
Who they win league now? They support this.
Who they win?
Why won't you support Man City then? They are winning.
I don't
They're
like
winning.
Guardiola
You don't like Guardiola.
at all. I don't know why I
Okay.
don't like that man.
Okay. So for now, Omini doesn't have a club that he supports.
Yes.
All right. Quickly, let's move into the conversation. Yesterday we saw the French league wrap up. Paris Saint-Germain, ridiculously lost the final game of Kylian Mbappe's era. Over the week we saw the video. He released his final words to the PSG fans and the footballing fraternity generally. They lost that game 3-1. I'm not sure, there's any real talking points about that. They have wrapped up the league, of course, but the conversation really, I'll be asking the guys before we move to other leagues and then come back to England is, the signing of Kylian Mbappe by Paris Saint-Germain, was it really worth it? He scored over 200 goals in over 300 games. He's won, loads of domestic titles, of course, but of course, still no European title for the Parisians. He was signed over 160 million euros from Monaco. And you look at the situation surrounding his time at PSG, didn't win the Champions League. He was paid, loads and loads of money. A lot of controversy at some point, a lot of unrest in the team at some point. I don't know, really, honestly speaking, was the purchase of Kylian Mbappe worth it? And that's a question which I would also want you all on the flip side to, tell us what you think. Given that he didn't win a title, which PSG have always been looking forward to winning. Okay, that question, I'd like to start from you, quickly. Was that when you look back at the investment made into the purchase of Kylian, would you say that it was a deal that was worth it? He's going on a free when he's pretty much just starting to hit his twilight, leaving Paris Saint-Germain at a time when they really need him the most.
For me, I feel it is worth every penny of that investment.
Worth every penny?
Yes, for someone who played 305 games and scored over 255 goals. Yes, for numbers, right? His average 0.7 goal per match, right? So that is a good number.
Return.
Very, very good one. And he's won the league countless of times. I think what stalled the progress of PSG for not getting the Champions League was when they brought in Messi. Before Messi, they were playing the semi-finals, they played in the finals. Until Messi left, they played in the next semi-final.
Are you trying?
No, this is just I have propagandas, I have agendas, but this is the truth.
Messi?
Yes.
And your agenda has to agenda.
Is this an agenda?
No, this is me saying the truth.
Are you being honest? So you're saying that Messi
the influence
stalled?
Yes, the influence of Messi in that, because at this point, for someone who you are now giving dedicating your delegation of duty to someone else, right? There's Messi here. I don't need to stress myself. Give it to Messi.
So you think that
now that
team,
before there was no Messi, it was putting there's nobody let me do this now. But when you now say I cannot, I don't feel this studio make I see your minute.
Okay, I don't agree with you.
It's Messi.
Yes.
What are you saying?
I actually don't agree with you on that.
If that signing was important, you would have seen them play in the final or win it.
Yeah.
That 2 seasons, they dropped out in the round of 16. That is very pathetic for a team that are making the semis, making the finals before they brought him in.
I actually don't agree.
So basically, you don't have to agree with me because I don't agree with a whole lot of people too. But this is my truth, not your truth.
Wow.
So
Wow. Are you coming out?
And your truth is not the general truth.
Wow.
So
So basically, you're saying that Messi stopped.
Yes.
No,
PSG's challenge.
Messi did not.
You said they losing him. They lost him for free. Or
Yeah.
something. Are you aware that Kylian Mbappe is the highest scorer of all time for PSG? That itself is insane.
That's massive.
That's
itself.
Yeah.
So for you to put your money on someone that is your highest scorer of all time, for the next generation, that is history. That's history, baby.
So whether they win the elite title or not.
Yeah, and for the fact that he won the World Cup with them as a golden boy, so many things the achievement.
Won the World Cup with them.
The World Cup is not coming
he won the World Cup with France national team.
So
but
the
The World Cup for Paris Saint-Germain.
yeah, playing. You don't.
No, PSG will benefit now
Yeah,
because the popularity,
Yeah,
the fame, everything.
they had the
you know.
golden boy
Yeah.
with that's why they had the image right issues.
Ticket
and all.
sales and all
So
that.
you had to move on. You had to. There are sometimes you grow bigger than a certain sport in your career and your life.
So for
move
you,
on.
that
Yeah, it's
purchase
fine.
was worth it.
It was worth it.
100%.
Yes, 101%.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually
Abib,
think the purchase was worth it too, like at the end of the day, but I don't
they're bots.
I don't totally agree with the fact
Say
that
you don't agree with it. Don't say totally agree. Say it. You don't agree with
Okwe
it.
Fimile now, Kilode.
I'm not holding you.
Yeah, I don't agree with the fact that, Messi stalled their, Champions League
Progress.
Maybe some other things. You don't have to limit it to. You don't have to say it is Messi.
Was
You
a Messi
understand?
factor.
And the fact that you are saying that, okay, because of Messi, I mean, Messi is in that team, he has to like, assign, he has to like slow down on his duties with the club. I can remember that this particular thing you're talking about caused issues amongst these guys, that, Mbappe was the one that wants to be in charge of, all of these
taking
duties,
penalties.
taking penalties, taking, all of these
Neymar,
things.
Messi.
So you can't say that Mbappe, Messi in that team made Mbappe like kind of slow down with, all of these duties. You understand?
He was still top scorer.
He was still top scorer. He still
when
wanted
Messi
to
was
be
there.
involved in everything that the club had to like do. Do you understand? So I'm not in agreement with that aspect of Messi being the one to. Fine, probably they probably had team issues when Messi was in that team, but it's not limited to Messi.
So for you,
so for me, it was worth it.
It was worth it,
considering the fact that his numbers, helped
titles,
the team
local,
win
domestic titles.
the domestic titles and all of that, and probably took them to semi-finals in the Champions League, and also financially, considering how much they put in, they. Definitely
They have
got
made
it
their
back.
money
You understand?
multiple times.
Jersey sales, image rights, and all of these things. So it's not a loss for them, but it would have been better if they sold him rather than let him go for free.
It's Messi's fault.
Omini, for you quickly, was Kylian's purchase, was he worth it?
I mean, any club that Kylian Mbappe goes to is a plus for them. He's arguably apart from the two sons of the devil, Messi and Ronaldo, that has refused to go away.
Sons of God.
Yes, Mbappe is arguably the biggest footballer in the world right now.
Yes, absolutely.
You understand? So it was worth it. You understand? Even if I was jealous, like this small boy, if you use all this money, but it was 100% worth it.
All right. Just so, PSG on top of the table with 70 points. Of course, champions Monaco, Lille, Brest in fourth position, and the likes of Metz, Lorient, and Clermont going down. Quickly, since we're talking about Kylian Mbappe, let's quickly rope in this. There have been conversation around with respect to who could potentially win the Balon d'Or this season. It's a peculiar season where there are a number of players who could get it. Carlo Ancelotti said over the weekend, that was after the Champions League game against Bayern, that this is Vini Jr.'s time. And that drives me to this question. If the Ballon d'Or is to be given now, who is in pole position to win it? We know that a lot could still happen. Harry Kane has the Euros to come. Jude Bellingham has the Euros to come as well. Rodrigo,
Copa America.
the Copa, so we have some competitions that will still come before the year wraps up. But right now, as we speak, who is in pole position to win the Ballon d'Or? If the season ends today, who will win it? Habib.
Well, I think that so far, right now we're in a situation where we have a lot of names coming up for who can actually win the Ballon d'Or, and it takes us back to before the era of Messi and Ronaldo, when we have similar situation that a lot of players are up for the award. But then the situation right now seems different because of the fact that, back then it used to be a case of these players have, outdid themselves. You understand? But right now I can't say same. I feel like for me, all of these players that are in contention have not done so much. You understand?
Just yet.
Just yet. They've really not done so much to have their name.
Vini Jr. could win the Champions League.
He could win the Champions League.
He could go on to win the
I'm
Club
still
World
coming
Cup,
there.
the
I'm
Super Cup.
still coming there. I feel like for right now, they've really not done anything compared to what we've seen in the past. You understand? That award is too prestigious for the kind of performances we've seen, so far. So, but then again, if I have to put a name to it, then I'll definitely go for Vini Jr.
Right now?
Right now, because of, the performances we've seen as regards, you guys know me that I'm always this person that judge players based on, majorly based on eye test and not, statistics. But checking the numbers, I don't think he, has so many. I'm not sure. I stand to be corrected. I don't think he has that much numbers to have, the Ballon d'Or. But considering the performances, how impactful he has been to that Madrid side in the league and in the Champions League, he has done so well. He deserves.
This season already he has about 21 goals in all competitions.
In all competitions.
And about 9 assists or so.
Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or is that, that 20-something goals you are talking about should be the numbers.
We know Harry Kane will probably win the Golden Shoe in Europe with the number of goals he scored. There is Haaland as well, who could win the league. There's Haaland as well. There's Jude Bellingham, who is having an incredible debut season with Real. So for you, Vinny, Omini, for you, right now.
Okay, so Habib, you were talking about flair in football. See, that era don't pass. Those era we saw
crazy
you
numbers.
see player with bare head, say you guys are serious. You will probably never see that kind of football again. You understand? The closest to what we had was just Messi and Ronaldo. These boys now are soft boys. So if you expect them to play football the way George Weah play football,
numbers,
and I think you're getting me wrong. I'm not saying I'm expecting. I'm saying why I had to bring that in is, then the kind of competition we had,
the standard,
was because of the standard. But now, having to put so many names out there, as regards the Ballon d'Or, is not because they, outdid themselves. It's because we have too many players.
This is the era. This is okay. Apart from these guys that we have, who do you think is better than
That's
them?
what I'm saying.
There's nobody.
Well, it means that
You understand? So this is the best
and
that we have.
Ballon d'Or, the award should not be. Okay, we are giving it to this person because we don't have anybody.
Okay, so make them cancel the award.
They must give.
They must give somebody the award. They can't
I
cancel
think
it.
this is where we are all getting it a bit out of point. So I felt.
So wait, no vessel. I never answer my question.
So, so who is in pole position?
Vinicius.
Vinicius Jr.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
So I feel like you both said Vinny Jr. I think he's had a wonderful season, and with what
it could get better.
With what is done on the big stage, this is how you get to know players that are worth it.
Exactly.
Right? And Vinny is that kind of player now that he has grown into this confidence that he will come at you 99 times, even
And
when
get
you
past
get him at 98 times, and he will still get past you the 100th time. That is the kind of that is kind of confidence he has in himself right now, and that is what is going on well for him. But you people are mentioning Vinny, right? There's still Copa America. But there's one person I think has done well. That to get it already without Copa America or anything.
Tell us.
Jackson is in form of
Nicolas Jackson.
Which of the Jackson?
Jackson of Chelsea. He's
From Senegal.
The
same Jackson.
Nicolas Jackson.
I knew.
Producer.
I knew he was not about to say something.
But seriously.
But that aside, right? There's still the Euros to come.
Yes.
Harry Kane would never win it for me. You know why he would never win it for me?
If he goes on to win
the Euros, if he goes on to win the Euros,
he has a chance.
He has a chance.
He has a chance.
But will he go on to win the Euros? Because you think it's the jinx.
Will Harry Kane
England
because he thinks it's the jinx.
Because I know it's the jinx, not I think it's
Vinny
the jinx.
Jr. has the Copa with Brazil. We saw the recently released team.
Mbappe too is not out of it. With the number of goals he scored.
He's still not out of it.
He won the league. He won the league.
He plays in the semi-final time. If France gets to win the Euros
or get to the final,
Mbappe
win the Euros.
Win the Euros. Actually,
win the Euros.
He has to win the Euros.
They have to
to
win
be
the
him,
Euros.
and he has to have good numbers in the Euros.
How about Florian Wirtz of Leverkusen?
But that it won't win. But it would be in the conversation of top 5. Florian Wirtz won't win.
If Bayer Leverkusen go on to do
the
treble.
The treble is actually like an invisible treble. Like no one saw this coming.
It's
and apart from that treble, the German national team. If anybody's on
they are
the
hosting
German national team right now,
in the
you are
Euros.
doing it at your own peril. They've got this balance of experience
And
young
youth.
players. Look at, they have Musiala, Florian Wirtz, they've got Nabri, they've got Fulkrug as a main striker, they've got Havertz and all. And one thing they've been missing in a couple of years since Toni Kroos retired was that anchor man in the base of midfield. Now they've gotten him back.
Wow, anchor man. Go on, sir.
I don't preach it, Pastor.
So now you cannot, and the best vendor in the world right now is Rudiger. He's a German.
Yeah.
So there's still Noah, the goalkeeper. So they have the mix, the perfect mix that will win you any competition. So rule out Germany at your own peril. So they might win, and Florian Wirtz is in that top 5 conversation.
So for you,
I'll go with Vinny.
Vini Jr.
At
Wow.
the end of the day.
So all of these things you've said is just to go with Vini.
All right,
I
so
was
the
thinking
guys
you go with Mbappe,
does
actually.
think that right now, a lot could still change, which we acknowledge. But right now, Vini Jr. is in pole position. So they're agreeing with Carlo Ancelotti. All right, before we move away, since we're talking about awards that could happen over the next few months, the question is, which African player is in pole position for the CAF Men's Player of the Year? It's another weird year where no African player is particularly blowing minds away in Europe.
I'm telling you.
Victor Boniface won the league already, could do the treble, wasn't at the AFCON. Some have mentioned Ademola Lookman, who is in the final with Atalanta.
And
They are
was at the
currently
AFCON.
into Champions League places 5th
And
after
he had a
defeating
good
Roma.
AFCON
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Had a good
yes.
AFCON, was in the AFCON team of the season.
Yeah.
Who else?
This is where I think
Sebastian Haller
Haller has-
won the
has
AFCON
boosted in his club.
in the final with Dortmund, but has not been an integral part of
the team.
Dortmund's side this season.
And I think there is where is it? Salah too.
Salah?
He's got the numbers there.
Salah won the Carabao.
Yeah, and he's got
And
the
he
good
has numbers.
with
But I
Liverpool.
mean,
has
this
some
is
good
what I
numbers.
think
Now
about.
we are forgetting Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah,
He
that's
had the
true.
good numbers
Yeah,
in Marseille
that's
too.
true.
Yeah, he had a good season too.
He had a good season.
But I mean, this is I mean what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
As regards the African
Men's Player of the Year.
of the year. I don't know. I feel like these awards, even though these players spend like the most number of months,
Yeah.
playing for their clubs
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
I still feel like the African Cup of Nations should be like the first
Determining
criteria.
factor.
First,
I mean,
yeah.
the strongest determining factor. As to who wins it. You understand? So these names, Aubameyang
Yeah.
doing well for his club
Yeah.
without being present at the
At
AFCON,
the AFCON.
should not.
Victor Boniface.
Victor Boniface, as much as I would like him to
Be in that
win it or to
conversation?
be in the conversation, I mean, but
Okay, what about Ademola Lookman?
that's the point. Ademola Lookman, yes.
I've seen
Because he was
articles
at the AFCON,
peddling
yeah.
him as the
You
most
understand?
likely.
Yes, because he's got good numbers with Atlanta, with the club and country. He did well.
Exactly.
Both club and country.
Exactly.
He's doing
The
well.
kind of performance he shown out at his club, that's what he gives to Super Eagles.
Yes.
There is no adulteration there.
Yes. Yes. So that's why.
are you
That's
pointing
why.
at somebody?
That's
Yeah,
why I'm
Ademola
going.
Lookman.
That's why I'm
Are
actually
you
going-
accusing somebody of, not performing well?
No, I did not mention
Okay.
that.
All right.
So this is actually why I would tip Ademola Lookman for
Well, you cannot
Right-
be tipping
right
somebody
now.
that I'm tipping.
excuse me, brother.
Right now,
Excuse me, man.
in pole position.
I want them
Yeah.
to still give it to my
Victor
guy.
Boniface.
No,
Who?
Victor Osimhen.
Osimhen.
Baba, you get gone.
Osimhen scored 1 goal at the AFCON.
He scored many goals.
With a
He
very
scored
outstand-
many goals.
with an outstanding
but
performance.
cancelled.
with an outstanding performance.
And in the Italian league,
They are
15 goals.
Ninth position.
they're
So,
terrible this season.
with the kind of standard he set last season.
Last season, they're not
he's-
supposed to be in that position.
He's not in that conversation. He
Wow.
has set.
He took the 9-4. He took the battle high.
Yeah,
He should
Like,
have.
he's-
It's still 9-4. So now still in 4, take carry the bag.
Oh yes, now.
All right, all right. Well, we'll see. So, Okwe, for you, in pole position for the CAF's men player of the
Ademola
year,
Lookman.
Lookman.
Yes. I want us to
big call.
dominate again.
That's a
Eluku
very big
mede.
call. And we'll see what happens with the World Cup qualifiers as well.
Yeah.
Very,
That's
very
where
key.
that against
Very
South
key.
Africa,
Yeah,
right?
Nigeria didn't win their first 2 games, picked up 2 points in their first 2 games.
And the table is still open. South Africa lost 1-1.
Yeah,
So if we
yeah.
are doing a double over them, then we are
We're safe.
safe and sound.
Don't come back
So,
to this
for you,
mathematics
Habib?
again.
The African player who is in pole position for that award,
Ademola Lookman right now.
Ademola Lookman?
Because, right now.
Right now.
I just have to like.
Omini?
with that.
See, yeah,
Victor Osimhen.
no, apart from Victor Osimhen, yeah, I feel sad that we're always looking at players from who are like Habib said,
Yeah.
playing Europe. We have a league in Africa. We have leagues in Africa.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I know you think,
Yeah,
okay,
we have the CAF champions.
Yes, we have
we have the CAF champions.
This is very. I mean, this is very, very brilliant
It's
from
a
you and
solid point.
solid point.
hold on. Very brilliant from
Especially
me.
in a season
So I know
where,
brilliant before.
especially
Considering-
in a season
Considering
where
the fact that
Yeah.
you said when we have brilliant people we speak, we should also have it.
So I feel bad sometimes when I see that we're celebrating, even though they are African players, but playing in Europe.
But let me put you on the spot.
Please put me.
Mention 3 players from RS Bahrain that they are in the finals of CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying the same thing now.
Yes.
Why they say this kind of question for me? First of all, where be RS Bakri?
RS Bekele.
Bekeni. You see, so it's difficult to even know because these leagues, we know they see them for TV watch.
Yeah, well, it's on TV.
It's on TV.
It's
You
on,
are not
it's
just
on-
interested.
Now you know they watch. it's on TV.
But
yeah.
to
So,
watch
but
my
then
point,
that's
we need more
More
promotion.
awareness.
that's
Yeah.
yes,
Our
that's
league
that's
in
that's
Africa.
that's like a problem for
And more followership,
the
really.
football federation to,
Yeah,
to solve.
know.
But right now we are speaking about
But then again, Ademola Lookman, he's the guy that's available that we are seeing.
Yeah.
Like
play
it's popping
football.
like popcorn.
And who has a balance for club,
Yeah, club and
and
country.
country. Yeah.
All right. We'll see what happens in the coming months. That award, I mean, there's still about 5 months thereabouts to see what these players can bring to the table. So let us know the players in pole position for the Balon d'Or, the players in pole position for the CAF's Men Player of the Year award as we look forward to the end of the footballing season and, of course, the international break, which will come very, very soon. Don't forget, ensure you are following us across all our socials on TikTok at Sports Fiber. I mean, just check the bottom of your screen. You'll see the handles pop up. Ensure you drop your comments as well. All right, guys. In the La Liga Santander, I mean, not much happening. Real are runaway winners, but they were very dominant over the week. Over the weekend now against Granada. 4-0 victory. And, I mean, they're really just hitting heights. We saw a young Adam Guler and Brahim Diaz also stepping to the plate for Real. Barca will play later today against Real Sociedad. So yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary as regards that. But one question I want to ask before we move away quickly is, somebody told me this yesterday, and I would like to ask you guys, is the La Liga at its lowest in terms of competition right now? Given the way Real won the league with 4 games to go, and going into the next season, they already look favorites.
Anthony, let me give you a shocker. Real Madrid will win the next league title with 5-6 games to go.
Next season.
Yes, Mbappe is coming.
face the camera and say
Hendrick.
it again.
Hendrick is coming.
Face the camera and say it again. That's how you always do.
No, but I believe this. Oh,
I'm not saying I mean, you believe it or not. He has said a lot of things that people believe. But say, look,
All right. Hi, guys.
I,
Hi,
Ope
everyone.
Ashamu.
Hi, my name is Okpayemi, popularly known as Hilarious Okpay. So I'm saying this, that next season, Madrid will win the league with at least 5 games to spare.
If they don't,
If they don't,
Nothing
arrest
will happen.
Habib.
Wait. Are we serious? So we're saying that the La Liga
The
is
dominance
at
is
its
not stopping anytime soon.
it's not. I actually believe that too.
they've secured themselves for,
For
the next 10 years.
15 years.
No, I don't want to exaggerate with 15 years. That's why I said 10 years, because they've got young players at that they've not even got into their prime, but they've understood what it means to play for Madrid. There's a Fede Valverde, there's Camavinga, there's Chomeni, there's a whole lot of them. And there's this
Players
MD coming in.
And Brazil is still producing.
Vini Rodrigo, like young Eder Militao is not old.
I don't believe in Eder Militao.
No, yeah, you might. There is a Lunin that wants to take away the spot of Courtois.
How old
He's
is
young
he?
too.
How old is he?
Lunin is 21, 22.
Wow.
So look at what they've been able to build. I think Perez is the best president ever in football. Nobody comes close, right? He understood that there was one time the Galacticos era.
Yeah.
So now we don't need to overspend. We need to let's build these boys to become that star we go outside to buy. Now that's what is done with the like of Rodrigo, Vinicius. He goes when they are still very young, and he signed them and let them play one more season in the Brazilian league. Don't worry, enjoy. You are coming here, so when for them to inculcate them into the Madrid system, they understood what they are coming. Look at Fede Valverde. They bought him from Montevideo in Uruguay, 5 million euros. Look at that Fede Valverde for Real Madrid.
Massive.
He's a world-class player now.
Massive.
These are what they are trying to be. Now, transitioning of youth to world stars, that is what they are building now, and they have secured their future. Madrid will take out a Chouameni and a Camavinga. Camavinga, when they bought him from Menes, was 1920.
Yeah.
So we're not expecting any push from Atletico
with Barcelona.
This Barcelona will do like this.
With the Pedri, Gavi, and Yamal, right?
I mean,
and wait, there's Adagula, Brahim Diaz, Adagula that are still sitting watching.
Yeah.
I did not mention them.
Yeah.
True.
Adagula, Brahim Diaz, they are just seated watching. They are inculcating them into that system.
They call it the incubation period.
Yeah. So those boys are now learning now. Look at what Adagula and Brahim Diaz have been doing in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
You know that they understood what it means to come out. Before the season, Barcelona fans were shouting about Yamal. Yamal not see that 4 goals. Adagula in the last 3 games has scored 3 goals.
Yeah,
so just one more goal and you have that conversation.
So is this another agenda?
Yes, now you know what is agenda.
So we're saying that we're agreeing that the La Liga is at its lowest in terms of competition for the first time.
And the good thing about that Madrid is they are not just dominating at home; they are coming outside to dominate it.
But I've had this strong opinion about the La Liga not being that, top competitive football league. You understand? Apart from the fact that the clubs that do well in the La Liga come to Europe and dominate in Europe.
Yeah.
In their league, can we say same for look at the way it is in the Premier League? You see the likes of Aston Villa come to Europe. You see the likes of Newcastle come to Europe, and still West Ham did it. I think
won the Conference League last season.
Do you understand? So.
But there's a Girona coming to Europe next season.
Yeah.
Coming to Europe next season to do what?
To play in the Champions League.
That's the point. The competition in Europe is not, is not top notch. If you remove the likes of, what's it called? Real Madrid and
Bayern,
Barcelona and
PSG,
probably
maybe
do you understand?
City.
So, for me, I've always had that perspective about the La Liga not to be that competitive league, So, but now it's now looking like it's even declining, especially in this season.
Wow.
True. So going forward, I don't know what to expect with the likes of Barcelona
and Atletico who have disappointed
again,
so much.
We don't know what to expect.
Okay. As we speak, I think about 18 points, the difference between Real and Barca right now. 15 points between Real and Girona. It's something. Is the La Liga at its lowest with respect to competition right now, especially with the moves Real are making, winning the league already and preparing for next season? I would love to know that. You can get into the conversation and share what you make of that as well. All right, guys, let's wrap up from there. Let's come straight to England. Massive weekend of football. Arsenal have now achieved a record victory in the Premier League, 27, and that is more than the games won by the great Invincibles when they went unbeaten for the entire league season. It's history, it's record, and it's incredible. Really, the fact that Arsenal have been near perfect, but even that near perfection may not be enough. Well, this will be a fight to finish. 1-0 victory they won against Man United. Their second victory in 17 games at Old Trafford. And, well, City had earlier gone past Fulham 4-0. Very commanding performance as well. Vardiol could have stepped up to score a hat-trick as the first Premier League defender. He decided to let that go for Julian Alvarez. But, guys, this battle is getting exciting. And it looks like it will go to the final day. Let me tell you something. In the last 12 seasons, the Premier League battle have gone down to the final day on 4 occasions. And on those occasions, Manchester City have won all 4.
That is a bad news.
It's not a bad news. It's not a bad news, but
But you know,
But at least it's that
the
competitive.
way you started it, you gave Premier League the hype just to boost the ego
come back
of Man City.
come
And you
back.
just give them a soccer punch in the end.
no. But yeah.
Talking about records for Arsenal, they've done 28 from the, and the Invisible did 27. So
Was it 28?
yes, I think it's 28. They've done 28.
26, 27.
It was 27.
Yeah, 26, 27, right? So for the Invisibles, they've won the league like 4 or 5 games to spare. So they were not under pressure to win more.
Move anything. Yeah.
So this team are pursuing, right? There was a certain Liverpool that had 97 points, 92 points and never won the league.
97 also.
Yeah, 97 also, they never won the league because City are there.
Child,
So-
sons of the devil.
Yeah, because those 92 points will win you the league normally. That means you've won 30 games in the season, drawn 2 and lost 6. That is massive. You still not win.
But you sabi mass. now.
Right.
But now the problem is Arsenal. They've been exceptional. They've done well.
Yeah.
But this City, they're out of this world. So till whenever Guardiola say, you know what, I want you to leave to stop the slave trade in England.
Yeah.
Then you people will be free. Until then,
It's crazy.
continue.
Now.
So, Manchester City have got a big tie at the new Tottenham Stadium on Tuesday. That's a massive game. It could decide a ground where they haven't won in 4 games. They haven't scored in 4, although they won on that ground this season in the FA Cup. Nathan Ake scoring. Habib, what's your mind telling you as regards this title race? Is this one of those conversations where you say, Bafo City?
Hold on, no. This is my Bib that said his mind is saying Liverpool.
Wait now. Wait. They've asked me.
He say his mind.
Wait
No,
now.
yes,
No,
yes,
Liverpool,
yes.
Liverpool might still win
Let
the
me-
league now.
How?
For Habib.
Boom, that was massive.
Well, that was tight. That was tight.
I see why you guys decided that I stay in the
The
middle.
middle. But yeah, Habib,
Yeah, so I mean,
City all the way. They've got Tottenham and then West Ham at the Etihad.
I'd rather
on the
just
final
stay.
day.
I'd rather just stay hopeful that they falter. You know that City falters. You know,
Okay.
as bad as Tottenham looks to be
Yeah.
right now. I mean, we all still know that they're a boogie team to
Yeah.
Manchester City.
To City. Absolutely.
And I just hope they falter because I want Arsenal to win the league. Right
Okay.
now, as it is right now. I would have wanted Liverpool to win it, like I said earlier,
yeah.
because, the whole Jurgen Klopp final season thing and all of that. So, but then they faltered. Then instead of Man City, let Arsenal just have it.
All right. Omini, for you, Arsenal
Arsenal-
all the way, or
Arsenal
City
case-
all the way?
Arsenal case be like, my way, they knock my way well. Go knock. At the end of the day, another man faster can't give man belly.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
So Arsenal
Wow.
feel knock all they want.
Yeah.
City just they one corner say, I know where I go put this thing where
And he go enter.
Bele go come out.
They didn't want corner where they go come put
Hey, you
am
go
for
put
one corner.
that one. So like I said, I hate. Okay, I can't hate anybody, but I don't like Guardiola's. I don't know because
You don't like his progress.
yes,
Enemy of
I'm his
progress.
hater.
Wow.
You know why?
Yeah.
See, Premier League before used to be
before.
Yes, now.
Sir Alex Ferguson was doing what Pep was doing before.
But at least it not be like
He don't be like, wait, see. He win back to back to back to back.
How many times he win now?
times.
Thrice.
He did
This one they go how many now?
He did go for.
3 in a
This
row,
one they go
3 in a row.
for.
He did 3 peats twice.
Yeah.
But it don't take where that thing happen now. You understand? It don't take. So we don't consider Premier League where people this team you can't really predict who will win at the end of the day. This one season.
No,
one season,
but
you can't really predict.
But you still can't
And
predict.
City have won what?
that's what I'm saying. I mean now, once City play their first game 5-2, you say they don't win league. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not that exciting anymore.
It is actually.
It's not really
still
exciting.
It's still exciting because we have to go to the last day to know who wins the league.
And that's the beauty of
That's
it.
the beauty of it.
But you know that City will win the league.
Because you feel like they are good, they're that good. You
Yeah.
understand? But it's not like it is like this.
It's certain.
Mathematically,
It's been certain for 3 seasons. This is the 4th season.
I'm
They will still win it.
Wait, I'm saying that before the league ends. Okay,
Yeah.
why am I now hoping that Arsenal
Arsenal
win the
can.
league?
Because Arsenal
No,
still
you
have
can,
a
you
chance.
can hope because it's the hope that kills.
If it
The
is
man is allowed to have hope.
if it is certain, you understand? I'm
They
telling you
hope
that
that
it's not
kills.
certain.
It's not certain
Man
yet.
City will win the
Yes,
league.
now
Yes,
because
of course.
Who won't stop them?
Who won't stop me? I never see everybody. That's okay.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. But Chelsea, big performance over the weekend, 3-2 over Nottingham Forest. One question I really want to ask: Chelsea could finish as high as 6th if all things go their way.
As high as 6.
6th, yeah, that's a reality.
That's high.
But really,
Really
one
high.
question I want to ask.
Anthony, before you ask that
Yeah,
question,
yeah.
I don't, Chelsea will finish as high as 6. Why is everybody in the studio looking at me?
Yeah, I mean because
They're
you
looking at
said
who's going to
you
walk
said
naked.
you said you will walk naked
Potentially.
if Chelsea finish above Man United. Man United.
I said those
could,
things
could
under
finish as
under
low
the
as ninth.
apart from under the influence of the tea that
That
Titi
Titi
gave to me.
said.
We should ask. You should be asking questions.
What did she put in the tea?
We should be asking questions right now. They gave to me. So we should be asking questions, please. Because
Story. Oh. So, of course, he will keep to his word. We will ensure that he keeps to his
We will
word.
ensure. I mean,
So you want to witness him walk naked?
He will have to walk naked.
You are a
Baba,
you are a
No, no, no,
suspect.
no,
Baba, talking about
I don't
care about his
think I want to
I don't
be
care
on
about
that
his-
side.
Baba,
The good thing
Baba, talking about
our followers on social
turning
media.
lemon to lemonade, right?
Yeah.
We are going to use it as a Guinness Book of
You will
Records.
walk
That you
naked,
walk naked.
from
Yeah,
mainland
from
to
mainland.
island.
You just be another madman walking on the street of Lagos.
All right, we'll see about that. But guys, quickly, what does Chelsea need to get back to elite levels? 3 wins on the bounce. It looks like a side that is, getting the groove. Pochettino said to the media that I wish I had 20 more games to go.
Wow.
But really, what does Chelsea need to get back to elite levels?
Victor Osimhen.
You know what? We would have that conversation where we'll have the head-to-head. But for now, Victor Osimhen,
Yeah, Victor.
Nicholas Jackson needs to go back to his village and consult the gods.
Nicholas Jackson, that is doing almost 18 goals now?
14 goals in the Premier League. That's massive.
Without penalties.
Without penalty.
What are we saying? Omini.
How many misses?
That's another thing.
I mean, that's
A
a conversation
point.
to be had, but
But I think for that question, because this is just a purple patch. We are talking about it some couple of days ago, because as soon as Enzo comes back, the only reason why they are getting this result is because there is
Enzo
this level of synergy in the middle of the park. Caicedo and Gallagher trying to control and gives Palmer this
Free flow of
free
Yeah.
air to roam about. So as soon as Enzo comes back, Enzo takes that position and Palmer goes to the wing, right?
will you change a winning team?
He will.
Who does
Why?
that?
Why will you?
His name is Pochettino for a reason. So he's going to change that. And when they go back to that default setting, then the wailings of Chelsea fans will come back again. So now they are...
Which
they are
is what you
enjoy-
love to see.
They are enjoying it.
They are tears.
But I think the only thing they need to go back to the elite level they used to be is Roman Abramovich. It's like going back to your ex that is no longer available.
That's what they need.
Yes, that's the only thing I think they need.
What are you saying? Roman has sold the club and has moved on with it.
They
with
can't- it's
his life.
unrealistic now.
No, I don't understand.
It can't happen.
It's
Well,
unrealistic.
let me not say
What-
it can't,
what-
but it can't.
So
but
maybe
it might-
maybe you should rephrase the
are very
question.
slim.
Like, what is the
I
realistic
know what
thing?
I'm saying.
Chelsea
That
needs
because it is not realistic, that is why I say they should move on with their life.
So
Like,
it means that they cannot come back to elite level.
No, they will just be in between.
Is that what you're trying to say?
They will go up a bit, come down, go
So
up,
so
come
so
down.
Chelsea cannot return to elite levels.
They can't. Maybe for the next 10 years. Because
Wow.
10 years.
you
Ken.
ask
Wow.
me why.
Why?
Todd
Wow.
Boehly is an American, right? These are the things you need to notice about Americans buying your club. They don't care about how you feel. They don't care about the
They
success.
care. They care.
Okay. He has.
They care. Todd spoke before Chelsea
Hold
Nottingham
on.
Forest and said that he was so impressed with the improvement.
He asked Dodgers in the United States, how are they doing there? It's a shocker, right? How are Dodgers doing in the NFL?
See,
These
you know
are the
what?
questions.
No.
There are a pattern you need
this
to
is-
ask questions.
This is
with,
a
right?
Premier League.
This is
Hold
let's
on.
leave
This-
Dodgers.
oh,
Let's talk about the
truth-
Premier
Dodgers can be a business
The
football
truth-
club,
the
while
truth- the truth is
Chelsea
can be. I mean,
the problem Manchester United suffered for a couple of years is because of the Glazers, right? Chelsea are going to see the same thing. This guy is signing player for 8-9 years, slave trade contract, because he doesn't want to pay for a new one. You know what? I have signed you. They will be paying you salary. Just be playing here. So if in 8 years, it means he's not looking at offloading you if you're a deadwood.
Yeah.
That's why he signed you for 8 years. So if in your 4 seasons, 5 seasons, and you're not doing well, stay there.
Just day.
many of that.
that
was-
means he's trying
see,
to secure the bag.
even Madrid,
very
even
well
Real
done.
Madrid
No.
are doing that.
Many of
8
that
years,
was
9 years.
also trying to boycott the FFP, spreading the contract over a particular period
So
of
you are
time.
trying to boycott the FFP. And you
Yeah.
are say this on camera.
Yeah.
So that when the EPL sees
They are looking
this
for
and-
a way to
and
walk
they
around
start
it.
Use it as evidence.
investigating, uses it. Yeah.
As
So
evidence against
another
you.
problem why I say Chelsea will not go back to this. So if FFP rules now come to them, they now send them to relegation or League 2. Or how will they become an elite team in the next 10 years? So say that thing again. You see, I'm building up those propaganda.
Habib.
So you believe
Habib,
that this one now they will use something just
Habib,
matter.
Yes,
what does Chelsea
yes.
need to get back to elite levels? Osimhen? Get a striker?
Just get a striker.
Get a striker.
Because I feel like I think they have a good team that
Okay.
creates a lot of chances
Chances.
that they don't get to convert, and those goals are very, very important. As
That's
to
right.
where they will end on the league table at the end of every season. So they need a good striker that is very clinical on
Front of
the
goal.
front of goal.
Omini, what does Chelsea need to get back to elite levels?
I would have said Osimhen, but I don't want Osimhen to go to Chelsea. I'm very selfish with Osimhen.
Okay?
I wish there was space for him in Madrid to go. That's where I would have wanted him to go. But for Chelsea, see, you can't really, place it. Because when you're expecting them to do well, they will, not really
But
perform.
what do you think they definitely need?
What they need now is spiritual cleansing. That's what Chelsea need. They need spiritual. They need the power of laissez-faire. Le Madu se pre la mande.
I mean,
They need some
wait,
video
wait,
shaker.
wait. If Chelsea needs spiritual cleansing,
What
what does Man United need?
What my son
Man-
need is Boniface.
Wait,
That's it.
please
Boniface.
let me hear. What does
Which
that
of the
mean?
Man-
Bonifaces?
The same Boniface,
Victor
you cannot
Boniface.
understand. When Boniface plays for Manchester United, his grandma will come and visit us at Old Trafford. Then we are
Everything
sorted.
is good. So
Hey.
Chelsea need Indaboski.
Oh my God.
Man U case. Best way for help they don't die. Na TB Joshua.
Oh my God.
Baba, you sabi fight now.
And me, Asabi run.
Because there's no
Oh my
place
God.
to run here.
Man United, by the way, Man United could be having their worst finish in the history of the Premier League this season, and their worst finish in the club's history. They have lost 16 games. That's their highest loss. They have lost 14 now. If they lose their last two, they will equal that record of 1970-1971 season where they lost 16 games. Already, they've conceded 82 goals, which coincides with the 82 they conceded in all competitions back in 1980-1981, if I am correct with
They're
those
just
dates.
repeating history.
Yeah, but they're repeating some kind of history that they don't need. Between Chelsea and Man United, who will compete for the title first?
Chelsea.
I agree, Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Because I mean, Chelsea has not been that club that stays down for too long.
Yeah.
I
Before
mean,
the advent of Abramovich, they were down for 50 years.
I mean, I wasn't here to witness that.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
not
saying,
born there.
But
You must start watching football that time.
since their
So,
explosion to the big stage,
they've not been that club that will stay down for, 5
Yeah,
seasons.
they are
You understand?
fighters, true.
and from
3
from
seasons,
time
2
to,
seasons,
to
3
time,
seasons, you see
they
them.
win one or two things.
They'll win,
Yes.
so
Win
and they'll
Champions
even
League,
come
yeah,
and even
something, yeah.
compete for the league, that league that you're talking
Yeah.
about. So, I know some people will be seated somewhere and they'll say that's in the era of Roman Abramovich.
Yeah.
But then again, Chelsea is Chelsea.
You will learn patience.
Well, Chelsea
Don't
is
worry.
Chelsea. The Chelsea I know,
They are very
know,
dogged.
they're very dogged, and
Okay.
in few years' time we'll see
For
them
me,
competing for the league
I
again.
think
So you think
Manchester
they will-
United
they-
have been, out of, they've not been that club that has been competing for the league
Since Fergie left.
2013.
Since Fergie
You
left.
understand? So,
Only
Except
Ole
Ole.
finished second.
How many
So-
points?
so-
18
so-
points behind City.
Ole
Is-
finished
is
second,
that
Jose
competing for the league?
finished second.
He's not competing for the league.
You understand?
18 points behind City.
so you can even be proud of that Ole now. And
Hold on.
Ole
right?
out.
I think
the people that push
one
that
thing Man
agenda
U have
for
been
Ole
able
out.
to do in recent time is Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in,
Yeah.
and the thing is trying to set up, right?
yeah.
All those things, it is one thing to set up things,
Yeah.
another thing for those things to work.
To work.
If peradventure, if it goes the way
According to plan. You think they'll
then
compete
United
before
will
Chelsea?
Compete before Chelsea.
If
Yes, if it goes to plan, there is a clause to it. There is a clause to it. If everything goes to plan,
The Okwe
right?
I know don't
Yeah.
usually attach clause to things. You come out
He's
and tell
always
you,
bold about things. Like
if you are walk naked,
okay, now so
I'm trying to be diplomatic here.
okay.
because it is Manchester United.
All right. Quickly, we'll see who competes for the title first between those two clubs who are jokers these days. Let's quickly wrap up with the Premier League awards. We saw the nominations released last week. Exciting list, guys. The first has to be the Premier League manager of the season. By the way, before we get into that, this is a public announcement to everybody. We're going to be giving out something really special, all right? If you can correctly predict who wins the Premier League manager of the season, the Premier League young player of the season, and the Premier League player of the season. If you can predict that three correctly, you could be winning a branded merch from Sports Fiber. All right, so you will get this and many other things right here, courtesy us.
And a trip to the Champions League final.
Proudly
Sponsored
sponsored
by
by.
Okwe.
I'll watch along. so yeah, all you have to do is drop your prediction right in the comment section. All right, drop your prediction of the players that will win these three categories. Don't forget, the earlier you do, the better.
Better for you.
All right, so our social media guys will be looking through it, and we will be picking how many winners are we going to be picking? 3 winners, 3 winners, 1 on TikTok, 1 on Instagram, and 1 on X to win our branded Sports
So
Fiber match.
my own social media is not there.
Which one?
Facebook.
Facebook. Face your front. Okay, we'll probably look at Facebook as well. So yeah, guys, Premier League manager of the season quickly. Iraola Andoni of Bournemouth, Jurgen Klopp, Mikel Arteta, Pep Guardiola, and Unai Emery completing that list. So guys, who gets this one for you?
Pep Guardiola.
Obini,
I
Pep
hate to
Guardiola.
say it, but
If he wins the Premier League.
Baba
right?
will carry him. I hate to say it, but
I don't know where I saw this, that Pep Guardiola has not won manager of the month since when? A long time ago.
Wow.
Has he won it this season? Manager of the month?
Yeah, I think.
I think he has.
I think he has.
I'm
Yes.
not too sure.
We
but
would have to confirm that. Yeah.
I don't think he has. You need to, confirm.
We'll have to confirm that.
I don't think he has won manager of the month this season. So for a coach that has not won manager of the month this season,
Is that your metric? Is that your metric?
one of it.
So you said you're not cooking agenda.
So he last won it in 2021. I was going to say, but I mean, don't want to be
he
too
last
forward.
won it in 2021.
Manager of the month. You understand?
But since then, that's your agenda, right?
Yes, it is.
It's fine. I love the fact that I'm influencing you in a positive way.
You don't
Everybody
I
must
saw
have an
something
agenda.
that Kevin De Bruyne have not won Player of the Month as well.
But he has won Player of the Year twice.
Yeah.
So
It's not about the month.
it's about the
It
year.
is the year in the
You
month
might have
that
a very
matters.
good January and not have a good year. But you might not have
in
a
between, it's like you coming second in between those months.
is all of
And
this.
somebody that came first in January came 10th in March.
All right,
But you are
so-
still second.
so-
Consistency.
Young manager of the
For
season.
me, it's in between Mikel Arteta
Mikel Arteta
and Pep.
Okay.
So
Whoever
Whoever
wins
wins
the league.
it,
whoever
gets
wins
it.
the league gets it.
All right, let's quickly talk about young player of the season. Foden, Haaland, Isak, Maino, Palmer, Saka, Saliba, Udoji. I know we've talked about this before, but that was prior to the list being officially streamlined. And now we have a streamlined nominee list. So, guys, Palmer, right?
Palmer.
Young player
It's
of the
looking like
season.
the unanimous consensus.
Yeah,
but
consensus,
but,
right?
But the thing is, what if Foden wins the Young Player of the Year and Player of the Season?
He's won it before, so he can win it again.
He can win both now.
Both.
He can win the Player of the Season and Young Player of the
He
Year.
hasn't won player of the season, but he has won young
What
player.
if, the question I'm asking is, what if he
what,
wins both?
that is what if.
But he is asking you the question. Why are you throwing it
He's
back?
saying Palmer as if it's a unanimous
No, he's
decision.
asking.
No,
He's
it's
saying
asking,
Palmer.
It's an open
yeah.
thing.
Yes,
And that's
so
probably
Palmer.
because we've had the discussion before.
Yeah, before.
So I think I have changed my mind now. So I think
Because
Foden can
we're-
win both.
Huh? Foden can win both.
Yeah.
Foden is also in the nominee list for player of the season, same as
player of the
Haaland,
season.
same as Virgil van Dijk, same as Martin Odegaard, Oli Watkins, and we also have Declan Rice in that. Player of the season, Omini, Haaland, Odegaard, Declan Rice,
Declan Rice, yeah.
Declan Beans,
the son of the Vikings.
Haaland.
Of course.
Haaland won it last season.
I give it to Haaland.
This season, if City
Yes.
wins, if
Yes,
City wins
I
the
give
league,
it to Haaland.
if City wins the league, or irrespective.
Irrespective, that guy is you can't, whether he's the top scorer or not. That guy has. I don't
He's
know
the
as
top
what-
scorer, but you
No,
know, Cole Palmer-
I know
yeah.
he is, but I'm saying
Yeah.
whether he's a top scorer or not, he has that thing in football that this guy is supposed to just win him. Player of the season.
based on I mean,
now
based
why
on his-
now why
his-
be say
his-
now
his
why we
performances.
get glass because we the filter within we
Oh,
the
man.
now why you know wear glass here.
you might whether he's the top scorer of the
Yes,
top scorer
he's
of
the
the
top scorer of the
season.
season.
So what else do you want to use to judge
Maybe you
judge
could
him
have,
that is
you
not
would have just
qualified?
limited it to that. Now.
He's still correct. I mean,
But I'm
he's,
still
he's
correct.
correct. He's the
So,
top scorer. He
as
has
we thought,
every right
he-
to win it.
Wait.
He
Do
gets-
you
he
know how
just
to
gets
beat us for
one
him?
thing.
No,
You know
I'm
they
not-
watch ball.
No vex.
Alan they play ball like human being.
Okay, Omini says Haaland. Habib, for you,
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden,
Player of the season.
player of the season.
Phil Foden.
Yeah, so
And for
Young
you also,
player,
Phil
Cole
Foden
Palmer.
Foden or Odegaard, whichever
wins the league,
between the two of them.
will get it.
Odegaard or Foden for me.
I think irrespective of who wins the league.
No,
Even
Foden has had an outstanding season.
Foden.
Even when KDB was not around, even when
Yeah,
Alan
yeah,
was not around,
yeah.
it was always popping for them.
Where did they go
of
to?
course.
They had injuries,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
they
They
went
went
out of
somewhere.
the team. Yeah.
They went to Igbobi.
I wonder.
All right, we'll see who eventually wins all of these awards. Well, that brings us to the end of this part of Sports Fiber Podcast. We'll be back in the second part with even more exciting conversation. Don't forget, you can win a branded merch courtesy Sports Fiber. All you have to do is predict who wins the player of the season, predict who wins the young player of the season, and predict who also wins the manager of the season. If you get that correctly, you never know, you could be winning that courtesy, Sports Fiber Podcast. Ensure you're engaging on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, and of course on Facebook. Okay, thank you so much for doing this with me. Yeah. Habib?
Habibi.
Habibu.
Habibi.
Habibu. all right.
I was trying to observe. I mean, when you
Yeah.
thanked him, what was he doing?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't
He's
know.
being appreciative.
Better.
quietly without saying
You see,
any
when
word.
now it won't be like star boy. You see, why are you concerned about what I did? It's okay.
I mean, so it's,
Why can you not do your thing?
It's been a good show regardless of whatever
You're sitting by your left side.
you understand.
Okay.
And having a minute to my right.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine.
We are the two thieves.
Omini, thank you so much for making your debut here.
Thank you for
and,
having me.
Hopefully we'll see you some other time.
And tolerating my nonsense.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. We are rowdy people too.
Yeah.
We compliment each other.
You are a rowdy
Speak
person.
for
Please
yourself,
speak
bro.
for yourself.
But
All
you
right.
think this Habib is a very gentle person.
What do you think?
You speak for yourself. Habib is a great guy. My observation,
Okay.
when I came, you seemed like the gentleman,
Yeah.
not troublesome.
No
But
violence.
I know that you are the
Yeah,
coconut head.
the violent person.
Me or
Anyways,
Yes, you are the you are the
So
coconut
I
head.
look gentle when you came in.
No, you don't look gentle at all.
all right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to everyone who have been a part of this. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please, subscribe. Oh. All
And
right.
don't just subscribe, share.
Yes.
When you
please.
see this video, share. If you
Yeah.
want to have money in your account, share this video.
All right.
Except you
All
don't want
right.
to have money.
Except you don't. Let me talk that one. But I beg, please like, share, and subscribe.
Comment. Don't
And
just
drop a
like,
comment
share,
as
comment.
well.
Yeah.
And
They
share it
beg
in your
them,
family
and by
group too.
force, you know,
No, now force they use it. We use the power of laissez-faire.
Because the Bible says the violent take it.
by
By
force.
force.
No, we're not
Gandu
taking it by force.
gagandusa.
Please, just don't mind them. All right, just ensure that you be a part of the Sports Fiber family. We're loving our family on TikTok. Big shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. Let's see if Instagram is also doing well. Yeah, big shout out to our family on
Me,
Instagram.
my family is Facebook.
On X. Kilo Day, where we're expecting you guys to turn up as well. All right?
Turn
There's so
up.
much we've got planning, especially for the end of the season. So you want to stay very close. Turn on post notification for even more exciting content. All right? We'll be back. Have yourself a wonderful one and stay sporty.